welcome back to a new episode of Whoniverse Database. You'd better keep your eyes open through this one because we're covering the Weeping Angels this time around. Information on what they are, how they work, some of their major encounters with the Doctor, and some unconfirmed speculation as to their possible origins. So buckle in, boyo, and let's get cracking. Facts and confirmed information are quite hard to come by regarding these creatures. From an in-universe perspective, this is likely due to it being difficult to research and study the Weeping Angels without becoming their victim. A mysterious and ancient humanoid predatory species with a unique survival mechanism called a quantum lock, forcing them to petrify into stone whenever they're seen by a living thing. The Angels, also sometimes called the Lonely Assassins, primarily hunt by singling out a victim and sending them backwards in time. Being creatures of the abstract, as the 10th Doctor puts it, they would feed off the potential energy of that person's time stream. Simply put, by displacing someone in time, the Angels feed off the time that person would have occupied in the present. While it would initially be a shock, in many circumstances this method of attack could be considered kind and merciful, as the victims aren't killed directly, but rather get to live out their lives, albeit in a different time period. However, depending on where and when they get sent could have an effect on their survival. It has been observed on occasion though that the Weeping Angels will outright kill people in other ways, such as snapping necks, if they have other objectives in mind. It's also possible for an angel to implant a version of itself inside the mind of another living being. If someone stares into the eyes of an angel, it can do this, causing the victim to carry an angel in their brain until it's ready to break out of the individual, killing them and creating a new angel in the process. Simple images and pictures of weeping angels, such as photographs or video recordings, hold the potential to form an actual solid angel creature capable of everything that other angels are capable of. While appearing as inanimate statues when being looked at, the angels are in fact biological life forms. Beyond a brief glimpse of them moving in the TV episode Flesh and Stone, it's never been shown what their true form looks like, assuming that form alters when not in a quantum-locked state. Their general behaviours and actions seem to set them as a somewhat animalistic and savage race who hunt to feed, but with a considerable level of intelligence. Think of them as a sort of mixture between the savagery of human cavemen and the more civilised aspects of, say, the ancient Romans, for example. While there's no evidence to suggest the Angels have any advanced civilization or technology, they've certainly done well for themselves as pack hunters across the universe. Despite having the ability to communicate with other lifeforms using the vocal cords of the people they kill, the Angels do seem unwilling to talk to their intended victims or acknowledge any potential pleas or attempts at civil conversation. For instance, if a human was to try talking an angel out of killing or time displacing them. Once the Angels have their sights set on targeting someone, they will be determined to see it through, and no amount of talking or reasoning seems to affect their intentions. Just like any other organic being, the Weeping Angels need sustenance to survive, or at least to continue operating at their optimal ability. If angels are denied a food source for long enough, they'll begin to physically decay and wither, becoming more and more decrepit as time goes on. This starvation affects their appearance, their speed when not observed, and their ability to displace people in time and space. When exposed to a new food source, however, it doesn't take long for them to fully restore themselves, a matter of hours or even less. This has been observed in the two-part episode Time of Angels and Flesh and Stone. While searching for one escaped angel in the underground ruins of an ancient alien city on Alphaza Matraxis, the Doctor, Amy, River and a group of soldiers discover the civilization was wiped out a very long time ago by a whole army of angels. The Doctor figures this out when he remembers the native species known as the Aplans had two heads and hundreds of statues around the ruins they thought were of the Aplans only having one head tipped him off. It turned out that the statues were in fact the decayed remains of the Angel army that were quickly beginning to revive due to the close proximity to the crashed spaceship Byzantium, which had brought the Angel the team were looking for to the planet. On one occasion in the 21st century, a group of 4 Angels took up residence in an abandoned house called Wester Drumlins. They spent years luring in victims to feed off of until the 10th Doctor and Martha came to investigate. They were both sent back to 1969 without the TARDIS, which was taken by police also investigating disappearances in the area. The Angels realised they could use the TARDIS to gain infinite power to feed off. This was something the Doctor was desperate to avoid, as he speculated that if the Angels got their hands on the time ship, the damage they could do with it would be enough to switch off the sun. With the help of Sally Sparrow and Lawrence Nightingale in the present time zone, the Doctor was able to recover his ship before the Angels could get inside, also trapping them in a permanent quantum-locked state in the basement of the house. For all of their apparent savagery, the Weeping Angels are capable of applying a considerable amount of intelligence to their plans. They were even able to set up a temporal energy farm of sorts in 1930s New York. Due to the city's huge population, the Angels took over the apartment block Winter Key and trapped anyone who wandered in a time loop of being sent back in time at the apartment, trying to escape in the future, and then being sent back in time all over again. This essentially created an unending source of food for the Angels. The operation was stopped though when Rory broke the time loop by jumping from the roof of the apartment block, poisoning the time energy and killing the Angels. The Doctor had heard legends about the Weeping Angels for a lot of his early life, but never believed them to be real. He was eventually proven wrong in his 5th incarnation when he fought the Angels for the first time alongside Michelangelo in Rome in 1511. Later in his life, primarily around his 10th and 11th incarnations, he would begin to encounter them much more frequently and have numerous run-ins with them. On just about every occasion, the Angels are consistently ruthless and unforgiving in the hunting of their victims. There's no confirmed origin for the species other than that they are believed to have evolved in the early days of the ordered universe, after Rassilon bound the laws of reality to a single set of rules. There's evidence sprinkled here and there to suggest that there's a long-running history between the Weeping Angels and the Time Lords, but no real details have ever been given. Some speculate that the Angels could be some form of undead Time Lords that has exceeded their regeneration limit, or perhaps a result of an ancient Time Lord punishment bestowed upon their own kind. But again, nothing about these theories have ever been confirmed. Only one thing's for sure: if you were ever to encounter the Weeping Angels, no matter how many, you can be certain that you'd be in very serious danger. And that was everything I wanted to discuss about this iconic Doctor Who villain. I'm surprised at myself for waiting so long to do a Weeping Angel episode in this series, but I'm glad that I have done it at last. Next episode I'll be covering a number of rogue Time Lord individuals from across the Whoniverse, talking about their activities in the universe and general morality, that sort of thing. Calmly click the like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. I'll be back with another video of some as yet undetermined description in an as yet undetermined amount of time, so if you want to know when that comes out, then I'd recommend turning on channel notifications so you don't miss it. Bye for now, guys, gals, and variations thereof.